Hello and thanks for joining us from our studios in Israel. I'm Aaron Porras here with ILTV's Morning Brief.
One of the 12 Israeli soldiers who were wounded in a car ramming attack last week in Jerusalem has now been identified as a lone soldier from the United States. What was supposed to be one of the proudest moments of their lives turned into a tragedy for a dozen young Israeli soldiers last Thursday morning. They were on their way to their swearing-in ceremony to the elite Golani Brigade when a car rammed into them as they stood next to the Jerusalem's popular First Station Entertainment Center. Ori Hammond was one of the 12 injured, a young man who immigrated to Israel from San Diego just a year ago. And Ori joined the IDF in November, becoming one of thousands of lone soldiers who serve in the Israeli army despite not being obligated to. Well, Ori is currently being hospitalized for his injuries, and Jewish Agency Chairman Isaac Herzog met with his mother at the San Diego Jewish Academy, where she teaches Hebrew to offer moral support. Ori's mother, Chagit, also says that she had spoken to her son just hours before the attack to remind him to wear warm clothes for the ceremony, never thinking that he would need more than just protection from the cold. A crowdfunding campaign to pay for her flight to Israel to be at Ori's bedside has raised more than $10,000 in just 24 hours. Israeli fighter jets have destroyed 2 more Hamas terrorist installations overnight in retaliation for yet another round of rockets launched from Gaza. For over 2 weeks now, terrorists in the Gaza Strip have been plaguing Israeli residents in the south with daily rockets, mortars, and explosive or incendiary balloons. And overnight Monday morning, yet another rocket had been sent over, setting off red alert sirens and sending thousands into the shelters. Thankfully, the rocket fell into an open field, though, and caused no damages or injuries. Still, in light of the increase in violence, Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu is warning of harsh responses, including hints at targeted assassinations.
אנחנו רק לפני כמה שבועות חיסלנו את המפקד הבכיר של הגאפ בעזה. ואני מציע לגאפ וגם לחמאס לרענן את זיכרונם.
Israel holds Hamas responsible for all attacks from Gaza, as Hamas holds power over the Strip.
אבל אנחנו ערוכים לפעולת מחץ נגד ארגוני הטרור בעזה. המעשים שלנו חזקים מאוד והם עדיין לא הסתיימו.
It's been a strong kickoff for Israeli startups in 2020, and especially for those in the Industry 4.0 sector, or those that work to digitize older industries through data and machine learning. And it's all because they're now setting yet another Israeli record for investments. According to newly released reports by nonprofit startup Nation Central, Israel has jumped from $112 million in investments in these businesses to $650 million in just 5 years. And that accounts for roughly 6% of all the global financing in the sector. Of course, there are some issues, though. For one, while businesses with comprehensive Industry 4.0 strategies are thought to be more successful overall, the industry is young, and Israeli 4.0 startups are struggling to become profitable and gain clients. Still, all industries start somewhere, and major companies around the world are all eyeing Israel as the world's highest concentration of technological startups in this sector. And that's why at the end of the month, dozens of Israeli 4.0 startups will be networking with world leaders at the Israel Industry 4 conference in Tel Aviv.
That's all for now, but for more news from Israel, remember to like ILTV on Facebook and on Instagram, and to subscribe to us on YouTube. I'm Aaron Porras, and see you later with our main daily broadcast from Israel at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.